What's going on? It is that time once again for the Ant's Perspective. Okay, so we have a pretty interesting topic for this week, which is weight to body weight strength. Oh yeah, it's about to get interesting. Very interesting. So the reason why I'm doing this topic is because I do a Q&A on my Instagram every morning, and yesterday's Q&A was it stated that what was my thoughts on the ridiculously strong deadlifts like Eddie Hall's 1102 deadlift. They asked, do I think that the numbers can continue to go up, and do I think it's getting dangerous, or is it dangerous for the numbers to go up? So with that being said, I'm going to do this video, and to say this video is not to discredit anyone over anything, okay? Especially Eddie Hall for this 1102 deadlift. It's freaking phenomenal. You can't take anything from that, or you can't take anything from anybody. What does it matter? Why would you even try to discredit anybody anyway? So with all that being said, I'm going to start off with talking about coefficients. Okay, so we have what is called coefficients or formulas in powerlifting to even the playing ground. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, I believe that coefficients have a misunderstanding on weight versus mass versus weight. Okay, so let's look at this again. Okay, we got Eddie Hall. He did 1,102 pounds, which is 500 kilograms. Phenomenal numbers, crazy. Okay, with that being said, this question asking, do I believe that the numbers can continue to go up? I believe that the numbers can continue to go up, but I also believe that these numbers should have been exceeded already. Okay, so let's get into here's why I feel that way. Okay, so let's take the average, my beliefs, the average gym goer. Let's take the average 198 or 200 pound gym goer, okay, and say the gym goers that deadlift on a regular basis, okay, not a power lifter, not a pro lifter, but a typical 198er that lifts on a daily basis, deadlifts weekly basis or bi-weekly. They train their deadlifts, okay? So we're saying that I believe the average person, okay, should be able to do in between 2 to 2.5 times their body weight, okay? A person that's not competing, but a person that deadlifts on the regular should do 2.5. Me personally feel like the average person should do at least 2.5 times their body weight. Okay, so I'm going to take a 198 or 200 just to round it off. 2.5 times their body weight is right around 495. Okay, so I believe every 198 or 200 pound person should be able to do 500 or 495. I don't think that's not reasonable. Okay, so with that being said, now let's take an average pro level lifter. I believe they should be able to deadlift around 3.5 times their body weight. Okay, 3.5 times. All right, so the average right around 200 pound guy or lifter, pro lifter, should be able to deadlift right around 700, right up underneath 700 to a little above 700. I believe that. I don't think that's out of I don't think. I think that's very, very doable. Okay. All right, we're talking about an elite level, a pro level lifter. Okay. So, with that being said, let's go back and look at Eddie Hall. Okay. Eddie Hall weighs approximately 401 pounds. This is a lot of meat, a lot of guy. Okay. And he lifted 1102. It's crazy, phenomenal. But I do believe lifters, the powerlifting environment or community should have already exceeded this. Okay, so with that being said, we know my thoughts of the average person. Okay, should lift at least 2.5 times. The average pro level lifter should at least somewhere around 3.5 times. Now you have Eddie Hall, okay, at 401. Okay, he lifted that 1102, which put him at 2.75 times his body weight. Okay, so with that being said, if you haven't seen the video of Eddie Hall lifting this 1102, you'll notice here at the end. You'll notice at the end of that video, after he sets it down, he held it for at least 10 seconds. He held it for a long time. But after he set it down, you'll notice that he kind of collapsed there at the end. Okay, so real quick, just to give you a perspective, all right, as talking about the danger or safety side, anything can be dangerous. Just anything can be dangerous. It doesn't matter. But the safety side, I'm gonna put myself in that position. Okay, so Eddie Hall weighing 402, and he lifted 2.75 times his body weight. If that can be dangerous and that could not be exceeded because of just the sheer amount of weight, if that was going to be dangerous, the thing is someone like myself who lifts past the average weight to body weight ratio, where I've lifted 4.9 times my body weight in a deadlift. I think that would have happened when I got around 3.5 times body weight. Okay, so with that being said, you can kind of see the comparison as far as, could that be dangerous? Could he not exceed, or anybody else exceed over 2 times their body weight at that weight at that body weight? I believe it's very, very possible. But like I said, with the safety and all that good stuff earlier, I think the coefficients have a misunderstanding of mass versus weight. Okay, so here's how I see it. Okay, myself. Okay, this is how I see it. So at the age of 18, I lifted 500 pounds. Until this day, I know if I don't approach 500 pounds correct, then I won't budget. But then again, I can rep 500 pounds at the body weight of 130 for 16 reps. Okay, so at the age 18, reaching 500 pounds, at that point, I knew that my body mass no longer could influence weight. Okay, so at that point, I knew I had to be damn near perfect. Okay, so what I'm getting at, from age 18 to now age 33, I've had experience of understanding that and trying to perfect that. Okay, so I'm no longer dealing with body mass. I'm no longer dealing with explosion. I'm no longer dealing with trying to rip, which is explosion, rip the weight off the ground. I have to be damn near perfect. Everything has to be aligned. So I'm perfecting and finding out more and more about my leverages. Now with body mass versus weight, bigger guys are not even most bigger guys haven't even got to the point of understanding that their body can no longer influence weight, because they're still toying and training with the mind process of explosion and mass versus weight. Okay, so what I'm getting at is the fact that with smaller guys, we have to perfect our leverages and find out our leverages and perfect our form at an early point. Okay, where bigger guys don't even equate in what, or can't even imagine the thought of perfecting their leverages and really not using their mass as an advantage, but also a huge disadvantage, because they haven't gotten that realm yet. They haven't gotten that realm of, wait, well, hold on, I cannot influence this weight. I can't use explosion. I have to be damn near perfect. Okay, so with that thought, okay, bigger guys do not utilize reps. They do not utilize conditioning. Okay, so at the end of that video of Eddie Hall lifting at 1102 and him collapsing at the end shows that his conditioning as a bigger guy, which most bigger guys don't do conditioning, cannot even fathom his potential. Okay, so with that being said, bigger guys usually, when they warm up and they train, okay, they'll probably throw 225 on there for a good bit of reps, and then from there jump plates. Okay, so once again, you don't work on your conditioning, you don't work on your breathing, so you learn how to have oxygen in these heavy deadlifts. Okay, your body is going to break down and you're going to pass out. So that's exactly what's actually going on, is that guys, not just bigger guys, but just in training, because all of these so-called programs are not giving that. People don't even know how to break into their second wind in lifting. Okay, people just lift, trying to lift heavy. Okay, so here's an example. And a good friend of mine, use this analogy. What happened in the game of MMA when you, at the beginning, you had all these bigger guys winning, but you had Gracie that come in as a smaller guy and was profound with technique. What happened? It changed the whole game. Okay, he had conditioning, he had form and technique. Okay, those guys early on in MMA use sheer mass to defeat their opponent, but that no longer happens anymore. It's technique, conditioning. Okay, so coming here again in powerlifting, we have what is now still going on, using mass versus weight instead of conditioning and perfecting your leverages and your technique. Okay, so with all that being said, yes, I believe that these numbers can be way up there, and I believe that they should have been way up there. I believe that it's not dangerous. I believe if you train yourself to withstand that type of weight over time with conditioning, then it's not going to be dangerous. But anything that you don't do correctly is going to be dangerous regardless. So these are my thoughts on why I believe, one, these numbers can go through the roof. Two, the coefficients and formulas are have a misunderstanding. And three, a lot of other stuff. I kind of lost my train of thought, but this is my true and honest opinion. Bigger guys haven't had the chance to even touch weight, okay? Haven't even a chance to get into their 3.5 times body weight to even realize, or close to, 3.5 times or three times their body weight to even realize that, wait, I have to change my whole perspective and training to exceed this weight. They're still doing 1 reps and not doing conditioning, okay? I don't even get close to my weight in training. I'm doing reps on top of reps on top of reps to exceed everything, to get my max up there, okay? So I waste no time on heavy weights. I just do my reps. So that's from my perspective, because that's what I had to understand at a young age, from age 18 to 33. And this is why my views are a lot different from everybody else's, because I had to understand that at a young age, and I had to experience that over a long period of time. So if y'all like this video, please give me a like. If you have any questions, or if you have any debates or anything that you want to say to me, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. So with all this being said, always question everything and experience your answer. I'll see y'all guys later. I'm out. Damn, I look tired. But do yourself a favor. Subscribe, share, and let's talk perspective. Hey, all I'm trying to do is enlighten everybody. Let's look at everything, let's question it, and let's learn together. Yep.